Hey guys, Mike the Vike here, back for yet another Rust update video. This week we have quite a bit of content to cover, so let's get into it. Firstly, we've got the Harbour. It is now officially in the game. It's a new monument for you to check out. I believe it's designed mostly for fresh spawns, since you spawn on the beach. This will be a nice and easy way to maybe get loot before going into the forests where all the snipers are. Now, the Harbour itself is not all that big. There's not too much loot to find, but there is still some. I presume they didn't want it to be too amazing because it's not really intended for like the end game player. This is just a nice way to kind of get started and hopefully get lucky. Most of the textures in the Harbour are complete, but there are a few that still need some work. Overall though, it's actually quite a nice looking place, nice and unique. I am seeing like them reusing quite a lot of assets, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just makes it look quite similar to other towns, except for of course like the Harbour aspect. I wouldn't mind more military elements on the game. Like, you just hardly see any military. Even the military tunnels don't feel all that military, you know what I mean? It'd be cool to see like more barracks and stuff like that. Next up, they made some tweaks to several of the weapon view models. Nothing too crazy, but overall they made some of the guns look a little bit better. Some people were complaining that the hands didn't look like they were actually holding onto the guns, so now they've made some tweaks. Overall, I didn't really notice it before, but now that they've changed them, I think it looks better. But now you can really see like just how terrible these hands really are. Like the rig itself, I think they need a new rig, like they need new arms. It just looks so terrible. Like look at this. I mean, their guns are highly textured, like really high resolution stuff. Looks sharp, but now the hands now just look really terrible. I will say the LR300 deploy, it's a little bit finicky when he tries to get his hand onto the grip. There's a little bit of an issue there. Apart from that, it's a solid improvement. I really like the AK deploy. It looks better now. Anyway, nice addition to the game. I just really wish they fixed the hands. They also made the death screen now kind of fade in instead of just popping up. Here's a look at that. It looks better. It's just cleaner. It's a really small change, but I like it. Apart from that, we got some changes to fix performance potentially for players. Nothing too substantial, but some world model issues were fixed, so it's possible you'll get higher FPS this week. They added, of course, a new batch of skins. However, they wanted to note that skin prices have gotten a lot cheaper. They've added 2 new batches, and both of them have been really, really affordable, which I think people are happy with, so that's good. And lastly, holiday content got disabled, so you're not going to be seeing any Santas anytime soon. However, admins can still do the command manually if they are feeling crazy. That's it for content in the game. Now let's take a look at what we have to look forward to. The revolver is fully textured. It's looking really good. Clearly a Colt Python now, looking really sweet. I would expect this hopefully next week. I mean, all that's left is to animate the gun and maybe some sounds. The bear is getting a bit of a rework. They're investigating fur and they're changing up a whole bunch of animations and different stances that the bear will have. The devs are looking to completely overhaul all of the animals, so this is kind of like the first experiment into that. So they're trying with fur. If they get it on the bear, then you'll definitely see it on the deers and all that jazz. So I support this because the animals right now are pretty terrible. And that's actually all they've added and changed this week. Other than the Harbour, there isn't too much in the game. However, it's still pretty nice, and it's nice to see that we maybe got some optimizations in the works. This was of course recorded on my Rust server. It's a modded 2x server. It's a slightly less grindy experience with TP and a whole bunch of other stuff just to make it a little bit easier. If you're interested, there's info on how to join in the description. That's all I got for today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.